According to a report containing reviews of more than 900 studies, genetically engineered crops are safe for people and animals to eat. ABC 7's Alex Redmond joins us now with more on these findings. Alex.
Thanks, Haley. The National Academies of Sciences, Engineering and Medicine report concludes that genetically modified organisms, or GMOs, don't cause increases in cancer, obesity, gastrointestinal illnesses, and other ailments. But there are both supporters and opponents of GMOs.
I want my food to be organic. I want it to be natural. I don't want it to be modified.
Sarasota resident Jane Durkis says she avoids GMOs.
I read labels a lot. I eat a lot of vegetables, homegrown.
Worldwide, 12% of all cropland is planted with genetically engineered plants, according to a large-scale report. In the U.S., commercially grown genetically engineered crops include cotton, soybeans, corn, sugar beets, papaya, canola, alfalfa, and small amounts of zucchini and yellow summer squash, apples, and potatoes.
Hawaiian papaya was subject to a fungus, so they put a particular gene in that was resistant to the fungus. So now Hawaiian papayas, all of them, the ones that are shaped like that, not the big ones, they're protected from the fungus.
That's a huge benefit, explains licensed nutrition counselor Eve Plews, but GMOs have not met all expectations.
The claims that were made originally that we would be able to feed the world's poor, that we would be able to increase crop yields, have not come to pass. In fact, we are using more pesticides since genetically modified organisms came out, and we are not increasing crop yields at all.
Plews says she's more concerned about the herbicides used in genetically modified organisms than the organisms themselves.
As well as pesticides and fungicides, but it is in fact the herbicides that are built into the genetically modified foods.
Genetically modified foods haven't been around long enough for a claim to be made that they don't contribute to health problems, says Plews.
The World Health Organization has just released this year the fact that glyphosate is a potential carcinogen.
Glyphosate, sold under the brand name Roundup, says Plews is already in genetically engineered seeds and used on the soil.
The genetic modification is not about the herbicide, pesticide, or fungicide. The genetic modification is about the plant itself. If we hadn't married it to the glyphosate, then we would have a different situation.
There are no labeling laws pertaining to GMO disclosure in the U.S., according to Environmental Working Group, EWG, which is a consumer advocacy organization. 9 out of 10 Americans want the right to know what's in their food and how it's grown, regardless of age, income, or political affiliation.
And Alex, how do we compare with other countries when it comes to GMO labeling?
64 other nations in the world actually have laws that do disclose whether food is genetically modified or not. Because there was a big backlash in Europe where people were actually boycotting the supermarkets there, saying we don't want to go in there unless you're going to not sell the food or let us know. So we deserve the same here, to know.
All right. Thank you, Alex.